So then, we are now travelling on the service 202, going from Halesowen down to Bromsgrove in Worcestershire. So we are travelling on the next Central Buses Opto Metro City. This one is fleet numbered 30972, and these were built originally for the 125 from Stourbridge to Kidderminster and on to Bridge North. Now, I used to like these buses when they used to be on the 125 route, but however, the 125s now work by Rod Street lights, DFs, door forward, because due to the fact that needing to newer buses just to improve the service. So these are built now for the city routes, like the 145s that run through Bromsgrove into the South Birmingham region, of course Longbridge and down towards Droitwich Spa, and also to Bedford, which well centre. Because due to the fact they had Metro Cities on the route when it was operated by IGO, and IGO of course did the service just before they went into administration in 2019. Over to Diamond Plus, and they were allocated to the Kidderminster depot. Now, one of these Metro Cities was actually at the Perry-Bar depot, the Perry-Bar. So then we're just waiting at the roundabout. So, as you know, one of these Metro Cities was, of course, at the former Perry-Bar depot, which did like the 74s round to Walsall and Gillity Village. Also on quite a few of the routes, even the X16 Birmingham up into Tamworth, which is a peak time service, but that service no longer exists. Well, it will no longer exist soon. So anyway, we're now climbing the Mucklows Hill. So this is the first hill we're going on, Mucklow Hill. So here, of course, coming off is a Wixies. That used to be Focus DIY, and of course WH Smith Do It All. So this route follows the X10 service, just as Halesowen-Quinton, and of course the 19 service. The X10 goes to Birmingham from the Merry Hill Shopping Centre in Bournemouth Wood, while the 19 service goes to Person Dudley, and into works in the 18 service, then comes from Merry Hill by Craigmore. So here we are, we're now at Mucklow Hill, so we're now by the B&Q store. So this is the B&Q, similar to the one in Kidderminster, but that one's a B&Q Extra. So we're just now climbing up the hill. So we're now climbing up Mucklows Hill now. Central Buses Optaires, the Metro Cities, of course the Versas, and the Optare Solos. Now Kidderminster has a lot of Optare Solos, which I'll touch on in a minute. So here we are at the Lapple Junction. Turning left goes to Blackheath, and that's on the X8. Turning right goes with the 14, taking a long distance to Halesowen, but we're going straight to go back through the X8 area. So at the top of Mucklow Hill now. So then, we're just now at the top of Quinton. So this is Quinton on the Halesowen Road, so as you know. And then of course got the bell, that's got the disabled alarm on. Now these Metro Cities V6 specification, but I know these have also got a Cummins engine on, so these are fitted with Cummins engine because of the hills on the route. So then we are just now over Quinton, so over there, that is for the, that's over there, would have been the junction for the 54 into West Bromwich, that goes over to World's End. So we also got this, so we're going to go on the spines and just come off the ridgeway. As you know, I'm a massive fan of the Optare buses at Kidderminster, so you've got 3 of these Optare Metro Cities, and then of course you've got the Optare Solos. So you've got 2734, which is a hybrid stagecoach solo. That was acquired with Thibodeau and then got transferred to Kidderminster for use on the service, but that is now seen on the town services. You've also got 20870 that does the Cookley, and that's an ex-Redditch vehicle. So you've got 20870, and that's an ex-stagecoach, and then it moved over to Diamond at Redditch, and then you've got 2052. So we're now coming across to the Harley Grange. So just ignore so we're now going along, so we are just now on Harley Grange now. This bus was going a bit jaunty, but however this is actually my first ride on these Optare Metro Cities with Diamond, of course, this year, 2022, I believe. Yes, I think this is actually my first appearance on Metro City with Diamonds this year, because the last time I did it on the 7th to sign out. The Cobham Arms, so we're next going to turn to the left at this junction, so we're now going to turn to the left, so we're now at Carter's Lane. It's a bit bouncy, this one was a bit bouncy, so we're now on Carter's Lane. So now, as far as Bartley Green, which will be nearby, we'll be competing with a 002 service, which is the Maryhill to Wheelie Castle through Halesowen. So there's the dual carriageway that goes into Halesowen from Birmingham. So we're now going to cross the M5, the motorway, the M5. Here's the M5. That goes on to then goes on to the M6, goes through Samwell, then go up through Bilston, then through to Cannock, into Staffordshire, Stafford, then go up towards Keele, then go to Sandlash, then Knutsford, and then there's a junction, the M56, which then proceeds into Manchester. So then that was the junction there for the old 44 that used to go through Norfield down to Bromsgrove. So here we go, we 202 heading towards Merry Hill from Beely Castle, and that's run by the Tibberdale depot. The 202 used to run from Tibberdale, but this is now operated by the Kidderminster depot. And this route got suspended during the COVID and was replaced by the 44, only lasted for a short time, and then reverted back to the 202 service. There's a bit of a bounce. So we are now in Bartley Green, Woodgate. So now at Bartley Green, Woodgate area now. So as you know, it's a bit bumpy over here. So shouting out to Jake Florence and my other subscribers, Aaron, Lewis, Kimberley. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is an amazing video. I hope you enjoy it. Giving a shout out to quite a few numbers of subscribers. I'm so proud. Anyway, that's the kit. So this is Kitwell. Now. That is for the X21 and X22 terminus that come from Birmingham, which are run by the National Express West Midlands Birmingham Central Depot, and of course they work by powerful 100 double MC Platinum buses. And they run from Birmingham Central. I think they're Birmingham Central or Yardley Wood. So here we go. Bye. Cables, 3 arm pylons. You see these over in the Worcester area. You see them over in the Worcester area. And also in Cannock, well, heading down the A5 towards Telford. You see them in Wolverhampton, coming in from the coming in from Hackett-Bromsgrove on the 15 and 16. 15 goes to Merry Hill and 16 to Stourbridge. Also you'll see that on the other side, which will be when we get to my favourite part, and I'll tell you what it will be in a minute. It's one of the best parts of the time. So 202, X22. So we're now in Bartley Green, just by the Bartley Green Reservoir. Now sometimes this route has to make a diversion so it comes across the Scotland line. Sometimes it has to go across Churchill and then join up onto the Raymond Hayes. So then, here we go, we are just now heading along. So, as you know, there's been temporary traffic lights. So, as you know, this was actually the first of the ex-central buses of Metro Cities to be painted into the bright diamond livery. And then 30974, which is the sister, was then painted into blue, while 30972 was the last to be painted. So, we are just now going along. So we're going across the Balmoral. This is also seen on the 17 and the 226, which comes from Dudley. However, 226 goes to Merry Hill, 117 Stourbridge. So we're heading for my best. So then, here we go, just drop the camera for a few minutes, seconds, there we go. So now going along. Just had a bit of a bang, so this means we're ready for proceeding towards my best part of the route, and you guess, yes, the Egg Hill line. Well, going to Raymond Hayes, then Egg Hill Lane. So we'll be heading to the Egg Hill Lane, Raymond Hayes, then Egg Hill Lane. So we're now up to the bottom of the hill, and then we'll be climbing the Egg Hill Lane. So it'll be time for a thrash. Yeah. thrash. We'll be getting ready to thrash up this hill. So here we are at the bottom of the hill, getting ready to proceed to thrash with 50 miles an hour. So, I'm not sure if the bus goes 50 miles an hour, but however it's calculated with the sign. So at first camber, however, it does reduce speed when you get to the bottom of this hill of this slope. So we're now climbing the hill line, the steepest hill of all time. Going the same speed what the 11s do now. The Merry Hills to Walsall through Dudley. That's a good route, the 11s. So there's Birmingham. I see Birmingham. So Birmingham's over there. Served by a custom operator 42 that goes over to Weston. And so that goes to West T, the 42. And we got this. So, and then that goes further into Longbridge, which is also the home of the former Rover Car Factory Institute. So the time is now 1:54 in the afternoon. So we left Halesowen. So we left Halesowen just a few minutes late. Because it was due to leave at 12 past on the hour. So we will be seeing another bus that will be passing us shortly. There'll be another Optare Metro City. Yesterday there was an Optare solo on this one, and that was a 20870 at 55 plates. So it's two Metro Cities that are operating the route today, so we'll be passing one sometime around the Frankie, some part around Frankie. So here we are on Holly Hill. So So we're now going along with the Arden. So I go is an operation down here for their 145 and of course the 19 service. And for all the routes that are on the South Birmingham region. So of course we've got the 61 terminates here that goes into Birmingham. That is also worked by them Gemini's bodied Volvo V70L double deckers, and they were so them Gemini's were originally seen at Wolverhampton Depot for use on the number 1 from Dudley down to Tattenhall Wood. So once again, the Volvo V70L Gemini's were originally on the number 1 from Dudley down to Tattenhall Wood through essentially Wolverhampton, but they're now operated on behalf of now they're with Birmingham Central because they now use the E400H, which are also hybrids. Still got the same seats. Well, they were electric, but they've been converted into diesel, back to diesel, which is a shame to be honest, because I would love to have done them. I think I did remember them as electric, but they were just weren't environmentally friendly at the time. Oh, and here's the other Optare Metro City on the 12 Halesowen, 202, that's heading for Halesowen. So that one was 30974. To what the 44 used to do, because the 44 went through the Great Park, but it's so good to see the 202 going back through this area once again, because it's better with the 202, because the 44 actually competed with all the routes like the 39s down from World's End down to Longbridge, also the routes also some of the South Birmingham routes. I think the 48 from West Brom to Northfield. So we're now going across the Wazeley. So you might know that the bus stop now around here is Worcestershire County Council. That's because we're reviewing Worcestershire County Council, but we're actually still in part with Birmingham.
So then, we're now on the way into Rubery area, so we're on our way into Rubery, and then we're going to cross over to Cofton Hackett, and then we'll cross into Bromsgrove. So this is yet another good video that we've uploaded after the success of the number 8. The 241, which is the pilot video, that will not be uploaded until after the video, and also videoing the Johnson's XL bus ADL Enviro 200, which I'm going to touch on after this video. So it is going to be exciting. So the 241 video will follow after the Johnson's bus. If it's not uploaded on this date, the 18th, it will be uploaded tomorrow, which will be, of course, the 19th of August. So I just got... Sorry about my frog that's in my throat, because I had a frog in my throat earlier. So we're now going along, and we should be heading in towards Rubery. So we're on our way to Rubery now. So we're on our way to Rubery on the 202 service. So we've got the 202. Now, of course, I was wearing my waterproof jacket yet again, even though it wasn't raining. But however, rain did come along when we got to Bromsgrove. At least I had my waterproof jacket on. So I'm starting to fill some of my outfits. So I've got my waterproof jacket on. And as you probably know, this will be the last remaining video in the flesh, and just got to complete with the 241, which is now known as today's X8 towards Blackheath, and then the 14-bit towards Halesowen, and then we'll be having a lovely weekend, and then we're back out again next week for more exciting bus videos. We're in consultation at the moment with the routes like the 297 to Bridge North. But that's in the process at the moment. Won't be able to do it on certain days due to timekeeping. So I'm going to review that. And we've got the 580 up to Kimver. So the 580 up to Kimver is going to follow. So the 580 up to Kimver, that's going to be following up. So I'll have the 580 to Kimver, and then after the 580 to Kimver, we'll have the Kidderminster, a few of the Kidderminster, and of course we're also in the process with the 296, which is the Worcester to Bewdley service. So we'll have the Bewdley 296. That will be after this video. So I just hope that you're all keeping yourselves well and looking after yourselves. So we are just now on the approach into Rubery. So we're coming into Rubery now on the service 202 from Halesowen to Bromsgrove.
So anyway, as you know, we're now coming into Rubery High Street. Of course, it was probably once by the 144 Bromsgrove to Birmingham to Bromsgrove, and then on to Worcester through Droitwich Bar, but the 144 no longer exists. It's been withdrawn and replaced by the. It's been withdrawn and replaced. It's been withdrawn and replaced. So the 144 has been withdrawn and replaced by the 144A to Longbridge. So it gives passengers connections into Birmingham from Longbridge by using the railway system. Here we are. We're now going through Rubery High Street. So here we are. This is Rubery High Street. So we pass the Social Club, Rubery Fish Bar. There's a good row of shops here. Of course, there's a Farm Foods. And of course, there is of course Tesco that used to be known as Jack's, which was a Tesco version of Aldi and Lidl. It's been reinstated recently as Tesco. Waiting for the traffic lights to change so I can carry on. As you know, this service does not go into the Rubery Grand Park complex, so the only routes service that come across then just for the 19s and of course the 42. Still within transport within West Midlands, south of Birmingham for the final part. This part was Scotland Hackett. Scotland Hackett is going to be coming up shortly, so we'll get to Cofton, and then the service will then go. We'll then start to go onto the, and then this service will then go into Worcestershire. We're back. So we're now going to head to the Leach Green. So this is the Leach Green. So there's a lot of trees along this area. A bit like a tunnel. So going left goes out to Longbridge. So then going left goes down towards the Longbridge area. So we're going down to Longbridge. Just by, so now at Cofton, Hackett, Redknott, Lickey, Old Hare and Hounds. So welcome to Cofton, Hackett, as we are now coming from the West Midlands into Worcestershire. Now of course this was before Diamond went on to the 145 from the Kiddie incident. This was the only route that was run by Kiddie that crossed the Birmingham boundary, because the rest was at Tiverdown and at Redditch, and also one journey being at and most journeys being at Tamworth. So Barnes Green, that was for the 182, 183 to Redditch. So then we're now heading upwards, so we're now going up Rose Hill. So we're now going up Rose Hill. M42 interchange. So there's the M42, that's the exit. So let's get a picture of the M42. So that's the M42, that comes in for the M5, so the M42 goes through to Hopwood and then goes further to so the M42 goes to Hopwood Park and then goes to Wiggle, Solihull, then does a turn off going to the M40, goes through Warwickshire, then joins the M34, the M34 goes to Oxford and Drayton and then goes Cheveley for the M4, then goes on to the M3. Then you have 27 and the M51. of course there's a Greggs and a gym here as well. So there's a Greggs and the gym, of course we've got Aldi. So it's really interesting to see both Lidl and Aldi close to each other. So anyway, we're just now in traffic, so as you know there's roadworks, but roadworks cannot be, you can't trust roadworks because they've got to be done at certain times, so upgrades them to the right level. So we are now arrived on the final approach to Bromsgrove bus station. And the service is going to terminate, and we will finish the journey on this service. And once again, I hope you enjoyed the 202 all the way from Halesowen, and I'll see you again sometime for more videos. But usual, we're here on this YouTube channel, Joe's Bus Train Plane with Adventures. So, we are now. So then, we're now on our way into the terminal. Now, it's not a major bus station, it's only like a small station. So, that's it. The journey is now completed. Welcome to Bromsgrove, the terminus with the 202, and we are completing the journey. Thank you for watching. See you all soon for more exciting videos here on Joe's Bus Train Plane